The 90s music. Another great time. Happy New Year to everyone out there.
Happy New Year, we back.
Yeah. So let's just jump right into it. We was talking about Yacht Rock, the documentary. Stacy, go. You was already in the middle of it. Go.
I've been trying to talk about the Yacht Rock documentary for weeks because it's the greatest thing I've ever seen. Okay? You understand? That is what I grew up on. I'm sorry, back in my day, we didn't call it Yacht Rock. Okay, it was soft rock.
Soft rock.
And in St. Louis, you listen to it on 102.5 KEZK with Delilah in the evening. Delilah. And those are the songs that I grew up
with. Not Delilah in the evening. Yeah.
You listen to Delilah at night. So like that, those were the songs that I grew up listening to. So from the minute the documentary starts, so just like some people hear certain soul songs and they think about their childhood and, oh, that's Saturday morning for me. For me, that documentary, all those songs, that's being in the car with my grandparents. So that's my childhood. So that's where I relate. So it was just immediate. Like even as soon as it started, like I remember texting my sister D and being like, it's our childhood on TV. And she was like, I'm on it. So every song was like, yep, or just things that I listened to anyway, like that just pop up. So like if I tell, I have a soft rock mix that I got on my, if I tell Alexa to play it, first thing that's gonna come on is I think Elton John, and then it just goes on from there. Lil Ambrosia.
So what was interesting in the doc though, like, it was like they were trying to make distinctions between like what's soft rock and yacht rock. But us as black folks, it was all soft rock to all of us. We didn't have no distinction.
Adult contemporary.
Yeah, we had Genesis. Genesis was the same thing as Michael McDonald to us.
Yeah, Hall and
Oates.
Yeah,
it was all together for us. Michael and the Mechanics. Like all them was in the same place for us.
Yeah, and I didn't know that there had been that yacht rock. YouTube thing those episodes, and I actually did go back and watch them, and it's actually funny because Hall and Oates are the villains, and that is just funny as hell. That they are like the villains and stuff, right?
Yeah,
and it's like
they kept saying Hall and Oates is not yacht rock,
right? And it's like, so within the web series that was created, it's actually really funny about how Hall and Oates are portrayed as like the villains, and they're coming to beat up all the soft rock guys and all of that. So very funny. But I love to be how you're able to see how it's weird to say it all starts with Steely Dan, the Doobie Brothers, and then just that everyone is grabbed from each of those groups and created this sound. So yeah, you're making your album, but the person that's on the singing background was from this group, and the person who's on drums is from that group. So you literally are getting the same people over and over again in different ways. So that sound just kind of stays. But soft rock had its place. It had its time. For me, it's timeless music. But there was definitely a specific set of years that it was extremely popular, and then from there on, or like how Christopher Cross, that year that he won Grammy for like best new artist and other stuff, and Barbra Streisand wasn't happy at all about it whatsoever, and he said that he wanted to go meet Barbara, and I think he said he saw like Aretha Franklin and was like, oh my god, I really want to go see Barbra Streisand, and she was like, honey, not tonight, this ain't the night for you, this ain't it. But she was mad that she had lost to him, but he was that person who every year there's always somebody who comes in, sweeps shit, and you're just like, how the hell they get it? But
that's what nowadays they call them industry plants.
Industry plant. That's what it is now. But the author's theme from the movie Author, basically, or whatever was it. When you get caught between the moon and New York City. That was the number one song on the day that I was born. And so I learned that, years ago, like there used to be the thing to be like, oh, find out what song was number one when you were born. And so when I heard, I'm like, I know this song. And so now it's like, it's extra special. Like, oh, that's the number one song when I was born. And then most people hate the song "Sailing" by him. I think it's amazing. Like,
Yeah,
have y'all heard the Avant version?
Mm-mm.
Avant's version is hard. Yeah,
Okay.
Avant's got a version that's pretty dope.
We'll see. I don't know. I'm a purist, when it comes to the soft rock and adult contemporary. I'll see. We'll see.
That 1980, I'm looking at the 1980 Grammys here for the Christopher Cross one. It was the R&B category. Stephanie Mills got 3 of them for the one song.
Was she a new artist in 80? She wasn't new.
Never Knew Love Like This Before was the one she won. She won 2 Grammys. George Benson won for best. They split them out from male and female. Give Me the Night, he won for best male song. The Manhattan's Shining Star won for best group. George Benson won another one for a song off Broadway, and then Stephanie Wills won again for best rhythm and blues song for Never Loved Like This Before. Right. It's always interesting when you look back, like, man, I wonder why they decided on that to be the joint.
Like, how they beat that?
Yeah, and Jermaine was also nominated 4 times that evening and did not come away with one. Which I have to maybe watch this myself to see his reactions to not getting any Grammys and being nominated for 4. But let's get serious.
That's right, because Michael didn't win any for Off the Wall, did he?
Oh, did he?
Because that was what 7. That was 7.
You said right, like, wait a minute,
Because I think that's why he was so determined to win something for Thriller.
Hold on. That don't feel right.
The what?
I said that don't feel right.
With Michael with Off the Wall.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. Wait a minute, hold on.
Oh no, they gave it an album like a posthumous kind of album in 08.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they say Mike was pissed he didn't win for Off the Wall.
Despite its commercial and critical success, Jackson felt Off the Wall should have made a bigger impact and was determined to exceed expectations with his next release. In particular, Jackson was disappointed that he had only won a single Grammy Award at the 1980 Grammy Awards. The album also did not get nominated for Album of the Year, which was viewed as a surprise. Jackson stated, "It was totally unfair that I didn't get Record of the Year, and it can never happen again."
Yeah, he wasn't playing.
Damn.
This is the villain origin story.
That's just the definition of diabolical. The word everybody says.
To say that, to be like, "Oh, I didn't win. It'll never happen again."
That's bet.
Bet, nigga. That's what he said. He said, "Oh, we're bet." And then the next thing you drop is Thriller.
Yeah, I was just watching when he was winning all them awards. I just remember Quincy Jones like jumping, patting him on the shoulder, and Mike just doing a little spin.
That's exactly it. Like I love that. Well, first off, I love that gift because it's like Mike looked like, oh, I got this shit on for him, you know what I'm saying? And then he had his glasses on the whole night, and that's when he was like, I wasn't gonna take my glasses off, but I told a very good friend of mine, Katharine Hepburn. First off, to be able to name drop Katharine Hepburn. Be like, oh, a very good friend of mine, Katharine Hepburn, told me that I should take them off. So I'm gonna do it. And everybody's going crazy about it. That's what impact is. So that was
this is how wild it was when Mike won for Thriller. Every time he went up, he did something. He did the spin, he took off the sunglasses, he just brought his sisters up, and then he brought Webster up.
Then he ran out of people to bring.
Then he
Hey, this cool ass Scott from the I Love 90s Music Podcast. Hit that subscribe button right now. Like it on the SOLC Network. You finna get all the real deal on the 90s, the 2000s, and the splash of that 80s. Do it right now, man, and I'll be your friend.